phase of your careers and the start of the next phase. We didn't hire you because you may potentially be the fire chief of this department or chiefs. We hired you to be a firefighter. And I told you earlier that we hired you because of your character. Your character shone through when you applied and came through and performed admirably on the test, showed us that you prepared yourself physically to do the job. You passed the written test and you did well in the interviews. You've been a good class. We've told you that time and time. We appreciate your effort. We now want you to take what you've learned and take the motto of work hard and be humble, and go out and learn some more from the firefighters who are out doing the job today and those who support you. Captain Jones told you that this is a job of service. Remember that. We get to serve the citizens. It's a get-to job. We get to make a difference in the lives of others. So make sure that you always, always remember to improve on your craft every day. Don't become complacent. We set in place also the physical standards for you. It wasn't just to get you through this recruit period. It was to set in place a lifestyle of being physically fit. So please remember that and go out and do a good job for us. I'd like to bring up our city manager, Mr. Jim Westmoreland.
Thank you very much, Chief. Good morning, everybody. I am Jim Westmoreland, the city manager for Greensboro. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning. I always look forward to the opportunity to talk to our up-and-coming firefighters in the city organization. And a couple things I want to, again, reemphasize this morning. First of all, I did want to thank and recognize our two city council members as well as our full city council for all of the support that they have consistently shown to this department. I think that I just recall back to our most recent budget process when we talked about the needs of the department and, more importantly, how we as a city organization stay competitive with the salaries that we provide for our firefighters and the work that they've done in that capacity. But more importantly, how they have consistently supported and provided resources for this department and helped to keep us strong and helped to keep us a national leader as it relates to fire services. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Second of all, as Chief Gerald mentioned this morning, I too wanted to thank the family members and friends of the graduates this morning that are here with us. Your work has only started. I know that you have provided a tremendous amount of love and support and encouragement to each one of these men and women as they have gone through their work here with the city organization and the fire department over the past many weeks. It's not been easy for them. It's certainly not been easy for you. But I will tell you, keep loving them, keep supporting them. Their time with the department is just beginning. Their work with the city organization and what they will do is just beginning. They will be put in some very difficult situations from time to time. It is not easy being a firefighter. It's not easy being a city employee. But thank you. I'd like to recognize you again, so thank you. And finally, to the recruit class this morning, I had two things that I wanted to emphasize to you. First and foremost, I wanted to thank you for the work that you've already accomplished and the service that you'll be providing to the city going forward. Whether you know it or not, you are joining a family and a city team this morning that is second to none. And I say that standing here today very proudly, having a chance to participate with the chief and other leadership team members yesterday in the accreditation process in Charlotte, North Carolina. I will tell you that as we went through the hearing with the commission, as we were sitting there, both before our turn to be heard by the commission as well as the testimony that we provided, how I just felt so immensely proud of the work of this department, appreciate the legacy of leadership, the legacy of what we've been able to accomplish For those of you who may not know, our fire department yesterday received a accreditation for the Center for Public Safety Excellence. That is the highest level of accreditation that you can receive as far as a fire department is concerned. We are one of only 2 departments in the entire nation to receive that accreditation for 5 years. So I say let's give our fire department a hand this morning. So recruits, you've got a big pair of shoes to continue to fill. We have always been national leaders in fire services, and through your work and efforts, we will continue to stay that way. You also joined the ranks of a city team this morning of over 3,000 city employees. As Chief Gerald mentioned, our core values and our pursuit to provide services to the citizens of Greensboro is paramount. You will be certainly welcomed into the city team. Understand that you are part of a bigger body of professional servants who provide core services to our city every day, and understand and know that we all work together. My mantra is one city, one team. And I think what I have found over my 20-plus years now with the city organization is when we come together and we collaborate and we work together on common goals and common interests, we're able to achieve remarkable things for the city. So understand it's not a lonely journey out there. You're not by yourself. You're surrounded now in a welcome of a fire department that's a national fire department, a national best-of-class leader. You're welcome now with a city organization that's a best-of-the-class leader. Second of all, I did want to, again, remind you about the importance of the job that you do each and every day. As I mentioned before, you're going to be put in some very difficult, challenging situations being a firefighter with the city of Greensboro. Life is not easy. Certainly being a firefighter is not easy. But understand and know this, that the training that you've received both through this process as well as before you got here, the support and love of your family, the support and love of the city team is going to help you through anything that you want to take on as it relates to being a firefighter for the city. Again, as I recall the process yesterday as we were sitting there before the commission and testifying, I made a couple of key points about how our city team works together, but more importantly, what your service will mean to the citizens of Greensboro as it relates to a couple of factors. One is the response time that you're able to provide, and understanding that people, when they call the fire department, when they call the city organization, they have a need, and we're there to help them meet those needs and to serve them the best that we can. So again, congratulations to you this morning. I'm awfully proud of each one of you. I look forward to working with you and serving with you and the city team. Keep up the great work that you've already started. And again, for the family members out there, thank you so much for bestowing us with your loved one to be a part of our family team. So thank you.
Good morning. I'm Bobby Nugent, Fire Chief for the Fire Department, and I too want to welcome everyone here and say thank you to the families for the hard work that you did behind the scenes to make sure our recruits were ready to come to work every day and be able to perform at their best. I'm pleasured to be able to announce the Fire Chiefs Award, but before I do, just a few more comments to the recruits. I don't know if you remember, and I can't see you out there, but I don't know if you remember in the very beginning we came over and talked to you and we talked about the marshmallow test. And if you don't remember, research it, but if you do remember, today you get to eat your marshmallow, which is a very good thing. So we appreciate you for lasting the entire 26 weeks and doing a great job. So we appreciate that. One other thing I want to touch on real quick, and the manager has already talked about it, but it was our accreditation process that we went through yesterday. And it was a very rigorous process. It had started long before yesterday. Many people in the department had participated in getting the documents ready, but things, and I've made this to be an accredited department. We maybe do the paperwork on this side, and we may meet with people and go to hearings, but it's what the firefighters out there every day, the job that. Okay, I need my glasses. Fire Chiefs Award. This is the first one. Okay. All right. On behalf of the officers and firefighters of the Greensboro Fire Department, I would like to congratulate you for your level of achievement over the past 21 weeks of recruit training. Your overall academic average of 96.13% places you at the top of the 70th recruit training class of the Greensboro Fire Department and has earned you the 70th Recruit Class Fire Chiefs Award. As evidenced by your training file, you have consistently maintained a level of excellence deserving of this award. Your commitment to maintain the superior level of academic performance serves as an inspiration to those around you. Would firefighters Jeffrey Matthews please accept my wishes for your continued success and achievement in the Greensboro Fire Department.
My name is Brett Combs, and I have the honor and privilege to recognize 3 more individuals for their hard work. The officers and firefighters of the Greensboro Fire Department would like to congratulate you for your level of achievement over the past 21 weeks of training. Your overall level of practical skills and academic performance identifies you as an outstanding member and leader of the 70th Recruit Class. The Training Staff Award is given in recognition of overall performance during a recruit training class. The recipient is selected by the training staff on the basis of outstanding leadership, academic standing, and practical evolution performance. After reviewing evaluations throughout the class, your accomplishments are of no surprise. The training staff is pleased to inform you that you have been selected as the recipient of the 70th Recruit Class Training Staff Award. Firefighter Jacob Oakley, please accept our best wishes for your continued success. This award recognizes the achievements of an individual who has the lowest average time for all firefighter abilities tests throughout the academy. That individual started the academy in superb shape and improved upon it throughout his 21 weeks. To receive the Cliff Oakley Fitness Award for your class is a great honor that says you stepped up to the challenge far below the time allowed for completing the course with an overall average of 2 minutes and 51 seconds. On behalf of the training staff and your fellow classmates, the 70th Recruit Class, we would like to congratulate you for your level of achievement over the past 21 weeks of recruit training. Your achievements have earned you the 70th Recruit Class Cliff Oakley Fitness Award. And before I say that, we had 9 out of the 14 firefighters complete the course under 3 minutes. And that's very impressive. But for this recognition and for the Cliff Oakley Fitness Award, Firefighter Jeffrey Matthews, please accept our best wishes for your continued success. Anybody else? He's the only one. I'd also like to take a minute to recognize Mr. Walker. I can't see you, Jesse. If you will, please stand. Mr. Walker helps every morning with our physical fitness, and he helps get these guys in shape and gets them mentally and physically prepared for the course. So thank you, Mr. Walker. All right, the last award. This award recognizes your abilities during the Recruit Academy to provide informal leadership to your classmates. It is a true honor to receive this recognition from your peers and speaks volumes of your integrity and your work ethic. On behalf of the training staff and your fellow members of the 70th Recruit class, we would like to congratulate you as the recipient of the 70th Recruit Achievement Award. Firefighter John Atek, please accept our best wishes for your continued success.
All right, this is a time we get to hear from a member of the 70th class. Seth, would you like to come up and speak to the audience?
Good morning. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to speak in front of a crowd this big, so please bear with me. Hopefully I don't mess it up too bad. Again, I want to start off by thanking each and every one of you for being here today. I know many of you are family members, significant others, mentors, friends to each of us graduating. Not only has this been a long 6 months for the 14 of us, but many of you as well. With rookie school having to be a #1 priority, including late night studying, coming home stressed, frustrated, tired, we thank you for sticking out with us from start to finish. A lot of what we have accomplished over the last 6 months could not have been done without you, and we greatly appreciate all your time and effort throughout the entire training academy. Starting back on February 1st, the 14 of us sitting here today not only embarked on a journey, but a beginning to what will hopefully be a lifelong career with the Greensboro Fire Department. Many of us new to the fire service had never grown up saying we wanted to be a firefighter. And after our first day at the training center, it had some of us thinking, what have we got ourselves into? As we heard those dreaded words, get to the tower. As we began running up and down the tower in our Class B uniforms, so many times we couldn't feel our legs, and we also didn't think it would ever end. By the end of that first day, we didn't know whether Captain Hall or Captain Jones hated our guts or if they just enjoyed making us run till it hurt. But come to find out, they just like pushing us to better ourselves each and every day while running till we couldn't run no more. The first few weeks were by far the hardest for us as we were trying to get into a routine, learn how to study for our exams, and get to know each other as well. Shortly after we began to learn about one another really quick, especially with names, most of us would start forgetting our name tag, or better known as our PAR tag, and would end up wearing a pink Hello Kitty sign around our neck. And usually lasted about a week as the police, recruits, and the rest of the training center got a good laugh. I think I may have worn the Hello Kitty sign the most, but I believe that is debatable. Through those first few weeks, we had a motto presented to us, and that was embrace the suck, which at the time we didn't really understand what that meant. But as time went on, we soon realized what you had to do was embrace what made you uncomfortable and learn how to get comfortable in those tough situations. For some of us, that was driving the fire engine and not hitting all the cones in the parking lot. And others, it was when we were rappelling off the fire tower during technical rescue as Captain Jones sent us out the 5th-story window upside down and Captain Hall controlling our descent from the ground laughing because some of us were freaking out not knowing whether he would stop us or let us plunge headfirst into the concrete below. Granted, we are still here, so if any of you are worrying, he did not let us hit the bottom. Some of us just had a little bit faster descents than others, and that was myself included. The motto, embrace the suck, though, stuck with us through all of our training as we learned the ins and outs of the fire service. From searching buildings in blacked out smoky conditions to getting CS gassed in the basement, bailing out of 3rd-story windows head first on a 35-foot ladder, or everyone's favorite, the maze, where we would learn to crawl and maneuver in the tightest of places where some of us more than others didn't think we'd ever fit. Looking back on all this, we learned to embrace these challenges that were presented to us and began to love what we were doing, knowing not only was it our job, but it was our opportunity of a lifetime to be a positive light in someone's life. Which, if I can remember correctly, not mention any names, we had the first person in school history from our class get to experience that positive light feeling firsthand with 2 rescues during the training academy. But on a serious note, as firefighters, we are called upon to help others when their lives are in danger and in an uncomfortable situation. And to be able to successfully help those people in need, we have to be comfortable in those uncomfortable situations because they are relying on us to be there for them in a time of need. And our training over the last 6 months, day in and day out, has prepared us for that. And throughout the training academy, we were also learning more than just about firefighting, but also about each other and ourselves. The training staff was not only big on molding us into professional firefighters, but as good citizens in the community we serve. In the Greensboro Fire Department, we have 4 main organizational values behind everything we do. Those 4 values are integrity, honesty, stewardship, and respect. Throughout training, we learned that these 4 things are the most influential part of how we operate, not only on an emergency scene, but also in the firehouse and throughout our daily lives as well. As many of you know, when we go to work, it's for 24 hours. The firehouse and our co-workers slowly become a second family, just how the 14 of us sitting here today have become family over the past 6 months. To be able to work and live together, you have to be strong in these values because you're only as strong as your team, and nothing can be done alone. It is important to have these values instilled as second nature because being able to trust and respect one another and function as a unit is the key to being successful and working together so that everyone comes home safe at the end of the day. I couldn't think of a better example of this than the 14 of us graduating. Since day one, we have had the chance to get to know each other on a personal basis. We have got to learn about each other's personalities, families, strengths, and weaknesses. Not only did this prepare us for learning how to get along with each other in class day in and day out, but also once we get to our stations and in our communities as well. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I told you I was going to mess it up. All right. Over time, we were able to come together as a tight-knit family, making it a joy to come to work every day, which is the way it should be. Knowing that we can trust each other to always do what's right, and knowing that at any point in time we have each other's back. But between all the seriousness of training, we were able to pick and make jokes with one another in our downtime. This allowed for us to forget about how stressful things can get and reflect on how blessed we are to have this job and each other as friends and co-workers too. As I mentioned, this being a second family to us throughout training academy, anytime one of us had something going on in our personal lives or at home with our families, we were always there to pick each other up. Whether it was just a card, a word of encouragement, or just someone to talk to, we were all there for each other, and that's what it's all about, and that is hard work and family. I wouldn't trade my time that I've gotten to spend with you guys for anything, and I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to go through this training academy with each and every one of you. And finally, I want to thank our training staff from top to bottom and everyone who has been a part of the last 6 months. You all's dedication to teaching and sharing with us your wisdom, knowledge, as we embark on our careers is priceless. Chief Gerald, Chief Combs, and Chief Vickery, we thank you for everything you guys have done for us. You all do so much from a leadership standpoint, making sure we have all the resources needed to be successful and are the driving force to developing quality firefighters. And without your dedication to this fire department and us, we would not be graduating here today, and we thank you. Next, we would also like to thank Captain Hall and Captain Jones. For any of you who don't know, Captain Hall and Captain Jones are the 2 head fire instructors at the training center who were with us every day. From early morning PT workouts, long days in the classroom, and grueling afternoons drilling and practicing our skills, they never skipped a beat. They made sure that the 14 of us had every opportunity to learn and develop every skill needed to be a successful firefighter. And I think that for everyone here, they agree when I say that you guys are irreplaceable and couldn't imagine have gone through this training academy with any other instructors leading the way. 2 other instructors I would also like to thank is Captain Brownell and Captain Hutchins, who I don't think is here today. They played a big role in the medical side of things for us with EMT training. Over the past 6 weeks, they made sure that everyone in EMT was able to keep up with the fast pace and the amount of material having to be covered in such a short period of time, and they have done a phenomenal job with that, and we thank you. A few others in the training staff who helped out behind the scenes are Captain Giles, Captain Haney, and Mrs. Hubbard. Captain Giles is our head recruiter who plays a big role in bringing new people to go through the hiring process that would have never considered a career in the fire department, and is the main reason why some of us are here today. Also, Captain Haney, who is our media personnel, gives us a bird's eye view to go online and get some insight to what we go through during training with his video series, Behind the Flame. And finally, Ms. Hubbard, who runs the front office at the training center. She is the backbone keeping the training center running full force, from helping us set up interviews to handling all the paperwork and records for all the recruits. You all are greatly appreciated. And to wrap things up, I would also like to recognize a few people outside of the training staff who came in and helped us with PT workouts and training on a regular basis. We would like to thank retired engineer Jesse Walker, Engineer Robertson, and Captain Kennedy. These guys came in on their own time in the mornings to help get us into the physical shape that we needed to be to perform efficiently at this job, and we thank you. And to Mr. Walker, Training Academy has come to an end now, so I think I can finally catch up on watching some of those baseball games. And to the 70th class, I'll leave you with this from a retired firefighter. Listen here, you just hit the lottery. You have the greatest job in the world. Kids look up to you. The elderly see you as the good old days. And grown men call you on their worst. You're what's good in man, and that is service. This job owes you nothing, and as a matter of fact, live as though you owe it everything. You have been given automatic trust by our citizens because all of those who came before you. Don't blow it. Get in there and make a difference. Leave it better than you found it, and do your job. Thank you. And on the behalf of the 70th class, we'd like to present this plaque to the training staff.
All right, for the moment, I think the 70th class recruit class has been waiting for. If you will, please line up here to my left. Family members who will be pinning the recruits, if you will, line up here to my right. If you will, please hold your applause till the end. John Atek, penned by Joni Atek. Jessica Clack, penned by Leslie Furness. Cody Dotson, penned by Alexa Dotson. Jonathan Faring, penned by Tiffany Faring. Matthew Foster, penned by Andrea Lee Fawcett. Christopher Kingston, penned by Rebecca Kingston. Seth Mahaffey, penned by Carly Wilson. Jeffrey Matthews, penned by Christine Katiana. I'm sorry. Jacob Oakley, penned by April Oakley. Carl Alford, penned by Martha Lopez. Chad Pay, pinned by L. Pay. Ryan Serrano, pinned by Brittany Serrano. Brandon Wallace, pinned by Patty Tuttle. Philip Woods, pinned by Zarmenia Woods. '70th class, congratulations. All right. 70th, if you will, please stand. We'll take your oath of office. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the United States Constitution. So help me God. I do further solemnly and sincerely swear that I will be faithful and bear true alliance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are and may be established for the government thereof, and that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability. So help me God. I do further solemnly swear that I will and truly execute the duties as a Greensboro firefighter according to the best of my skill and ability and according to law. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be the first to present and congratulate the newest members of the Greensboro Fire Department, 70th recruit class. Captain Hall, will you please dismiss this class?
I don't need a mic. 70th, you're dismissed. Enjoyed having you.